ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. The religious person is aware constantly that God is the creator of the universe, made him and everything that is around him, so that any time that I partake of this world, I know that everything comes from God. Its origin is in God somehow. This is why when I wake up in the morning, I say, Modeh ani lefanecha, I thank you, God, that you gave me back my soul, my consciousness, because when I'm asleep, I really am defenseless. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm practically not alive. So when I get up in the morning again, and I can feel things, I can love, I can do things, I thank God for giving me again this energy to live this world in which God placed me. But at the same time, before I partake of anything, for instance, before I eat an apple, a pear, any fruit, before I eat bread, I say, blessed art thou, blessed are you, God, who takes out bread from the ground. Because how do you make bread? You need wheat. Where does the wheat grow? The wheat grows in the ground. It is true that I have to sow it, I have to take care of it, I have to do many processes in order to arrive at a piece of bread. But where does the primary energy come from? Who transforms something very little into something I can eat afterwards? Who transforms a seed into a tree, a branch that produces fruits? Who transforms everything? This is done by God. So therefore I bless God and thereby thank him for giving me the fruit. Because our rabbis say that if you eat anything without blessing God for it, actually you're a thief. Because everything belongs to God. He made the world, everything is his. But by acknowledging that everything comes from him, you thereby receive some kind of permission from God in order to partake of that. God also gave us many instructions. For instance, on the first day of the year, Rosh Hashanah, we have to listen to the voice, to the sound of the shofar, an instrument made out of the horn of an animal whose sound is supposed to give us a wake-up call, that it's time to look into yourself, some introspection. Where are you going in this world? What have you done wrong? Try to amend things. Try to do better for next year. So before listening to the shofar, we say, blessed are thou who has instructed us to listen to the shofar. Soon we're going to celebrate Passover, Pesach. We're going to eat matzah. This is a flat bread whose dough was not permitted to rise. What are we going to say then? Blessed are thou that instructed us to eat matzah, because this way we are made conscious of the importance of liberty and so many other things. Every morning when I get up, for instance, I'm supposed to recite a number of blessings. For instance, that God straightens out those that are bent. There are many things that God does for us. One of them is also, I thank you, God, that you did not make me a woman. That seems to be a little strange blessing over there, no? That you didn't make me a woman. Why not? Is a woman inferior? Our rabbis say no. The reason for that is that man has many more obligations to fulfill, because a woman has to take care of her children, has to nurture her baby, and she cannot be told what she must do at a certain time, because her devotion must be first, her loyalty has to be to that child first. But a man who can take off some time from his work or from any other occupation has to thank God that he was permitted to do these many things. In other words, these obligations are not a yoke that you put on somebody. It's not somebody forcing something upon me. To the contrary, it's an opportunity to do good. Now, if I say once, thank you, God, that you didn't make me a woman, why do I have to recite it again tomorrow? Because it has to do with the obligations that I have because I am a man. I thank God for the possibility of doing these things. So think about yourself. Many a time you think that your obligations in your family and work with friends are really a must. You have to do it. Maybe you really wouldn't like to do it. You'd rather do something else. Think again. These obligations are really an opportunity. If you have children and you can help them, it's a tremendous opportunity, because the joy of having a family surpasses anything that you have to do in order to maintain that family together. What you give to your country, what you give to your society, is really a privilege, not an obligation. Woe to him who has no such obligation, who unfortunately does not have a family, who unfortunately does not have a country for which he would like to work. So make sure that you consider your obligations as opportunities in life. They are the blessing.